Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kakwadash, the bonus, the apostles, and the elders of Great Millstone to rule well. Peace and blessing, salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. All right, this lesson, I'm going to get into the famine of the word. All right, because on my spirit to bring it out, I bookmarked some precepts. I'm about to make the lesson now. So we're going to start, in the Amos chapter 8, dealing with the famine of the word. It's a good place to start, getting the scriptures that, literally say, basically the famine of the word. This is Amos chapter 8, verse 11. All right, just to give you a quick summary, so to speak. The famine of the word is ultimately going to be when the prophets are taken off the streets, okay, and when the truth is taken off the internet, basically when you're not able to access the truth, all right, the true knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai that is given to the elect, all right, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, willing that we are of the 144,000, or if you're a sincere sister, that you're of the 1/3, okay, but it's going to be taken down. You see, which is why it's especially important right now that we push and we be hot for this truth, because we need to get the truth out as much as we can. Okay, we need to get the truth out as much as possible. Be balanced with it, of course, but, get your videos in and get that work in, man. Push that plow, because we need to be watching. We need to be updating the sheep. We need to be feeding the sheep. Okay, before I get this, through the Spirit, I want to make some points. Oh, Salakia. If I can spell real quick. Here we go. This is John chapter 21. I'll start at verse 15. So when they had dined, Yahushua said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my lambs. He saith to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my sheep. He saith unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved, because he said unto him the third time, Lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahushua saith unto him, Feed my sheep. All right? 3 different times he said, feed my lambs the first time, but goes into the same thing. All right? Feed the flock. Feed the flock, feed the flock, feed the flock. Right? Which shows that we need to be consistent. We need to be on fire. We need to be constantly doing it. We need to do the work. But what Yahushua is saying to Peter is, you say that you love me, but actually, but show me. Yahushua is telling Peter to show him that he loves him, because actions speak louder than words. All right. Anybody can say that, yeah, I love Yahweh and Yahushua, or this and that, but are your actions, is the way you're conducting your life, is that showing that you love Yahweh Yahushua? All right, because that's crucial. I think this is in James 2. But if not, then Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua willing that I can find it, I'm going to paraphrase it. Well, that's heavy too. Thawadi Yahweh Yahushua. I'm going to get this. This is James 2:17. Even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone. Yea, a man may say, Thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. Thou believest that there is one power, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. All right, because the word God there it just means power. Okay, well, in the Hebrew, because this was in the Greek, but in the Hebrew, it would be Allah, A-H-L-A. All right, which that's how it would be in English. It would be Allah, all right, which means power. I'm pretty sure, if I'm mistaken, you can correct me. All right, Baba Kasha. Thou believest that there is one God or power. Thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. So that even devils believe that. All right. So that's not saying much, is what it's saying. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead? So works, doing works, going on the highways and byways, making YouTube videos, following the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, that is works, okay? And with these works, you are showing that you love Yahweh Yahushai, all right? But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead, okay? So it has no purpose. Was not Abraham our father justified by works when he had offered Isaac his son upon the altar? Seest thou how faith wrought with his works, and by works was faith made perfect? All right, so faith without works is dead. All right, and it's also the other way around. Works without faith is dead. All right, because if you're going out on the highways and byways and pushing YouTube videos, but you don't believe, then you're beating a dead horse, so to speak. All right, there's no point. Okay, you need to have faith and works. And how do we know that? Because it tells you in 2 Ezra 9 that that's how people are going to get saved. But we know that the elect are going to be saved, the 144,000 and the 1/3. Oh, Salaki, it's 2 Ezra 9. This is 2 Ezra chapter 9. I'll start at verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith. So works and faith together, all right? Not just faith, not just works. Whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, which that could be food shortages, lack of water, martial law, the hour of temptation. They'll be preserved during that, and they'll be able to reject that microchip, which is the mark of the beast, etc. All right, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, where I have sanctified them for me from the beginning, which we know that is the elect. Okay, that is the elect. I'm going to bookmark this because I want to actually get back to this later on in the lesson, Yahweh willing. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai willing. Now let me get Salaki. Let me take this off then. So now let me get there was a scripture in James, I think it was James 1 and 22 possibly. There we go. The Wadi Yahweh Yahweh Shai. This is James chapter 1 verse 22. But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. So you read about going out in the highways and byways and, pushing that plow, doing the work. You read about keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, but you don't do them. All right, you're going against what the scriptures say. It says, but be ye doers of the word, all right, and not hearers only. All right, so you're hearing on the highways and byways to do this, or you're hearing on YouTube to do this, and you're not doing it. You're supposed to do it, okay? The words aren't there just to it's definitely not entertainment. It's supposed to be edification, okay? If you're watching for entertainment purposes, then you're in the wrong place, all right? This is for edification solely, all right? Feeding the flock, all right? So let's move on. So that's our job. Our job is to be watchmen. Our job is to tell our people what time it is. Okay? That is our job. And that's what we're doing right now. But pretty soon, we're not going to have that blowhorn anymore. Pretty soon, we're not going to have that horn to declare that the enemy is coming or that things are happening. We're not going to have that. And that tool being going out in the highways and byways or doing YouTube videos. All right, because the famine of the word, it's going to take that horn from out of our hands, and we're not going to be able to blow that horn no more. All right, if you can understand, because what a watchman was, they would stand, in like a watchtower, on the gates, higher up, so they could see a distance, and they'd be on guard. They'd watch, because when the enemy would come, to invade, they'd blow the horn to warn people that there's people coming. But if that person would fall asleep, or if they don't have the horn anymore or whatever, they can't warn or keep updates or anything. Okay, but right now, since we have that horn, we're supposed to blow it, and we're supposed to warn our people of these things that are coming and these things that are already here. Okay, and in fruition. All right, happening already. All right, so let me get some scriptures on that. This is Isaiah 58 and 1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. All right. And what is sin? Well, let me get that. I'm not going to paraphrase it. I'm going to say it. I'm going to actually read the script. This is 1 John 3 and 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. All right. So sin is eating pork or committing adultery or being a homosexual. All right. Bestiality, eating shrimp. Those are examples of sin. Okay. So it said, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. All right. That's our job, to warn our people, to be watchmen. Okay, to be watching. And watching what? It's important to know what you're looking for, isn't it? That's why it's especially important that we have the same doctrine. One mind, one body, or one body, one spirit, all right, on one accord, which is why the scriptures constantly going into different, Salaki, which is why different scriptures, that you can pull many different scriptures talking about how important it is to avoid people with contrary doctrine and to have, the same doctrine, the same mindset, the same mind, the same, beliefs as everybody else. Okay. Because there have been people that say, well, the mark of the beast, what it is doesn't matter. Yes, it does. Because how are we supposed to blow that horn and say the mark of the beast is coming if you don't even know what it is? You got to know what you're looking for. All right. These prophecies, you have to understand the prophecies. We're looking out for the news articles and updates, any slick moves that Esau tries to pull with the microchip, which is the mark of the beast. All right. Anything with World War III, which we know is going to lead to the destruction of America via nuclear desolation, nuclear missiles, nuclear ICBMs. We know that when these missiles are coming back, Yahweh Shai is going to come back with the angels and deliver the elect. Okay. What else is there? Prophecies, martial law, famine. We're watching for these things. And if you don't understand the prophecies, or you're not, looking up news articles and bringing them out, then what, how are you being a watchman? That's like that. Because if you see these things happening and you're not making videos on them, then, like if there's like a big article, you see, there's a big update. Let's say an update can be made, World War III. Let's say World War III happens. Like, for example, just any big news thing, anything, you got to be keeping people aware. If you're not bringing out scriptures and articles and stuff about the microchip coming, or them passing a law for it, or, whatever, then you see the enemy coming and you're not blowing the horn because you don't care. All right. And you're going to be destroyed for that. All right. Because it is specifically our job to warn our people. That is our job. Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 59. Slovakia. There we go. Isaiah 62:6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of Yahweh keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. All right, so it's our job to watch. All right, you should keep bringing out these prophecies, the messages. All right, keep reminding people that these things are going to come to pass. Keep bringing out, news article updates. Keep spreading, the news around the vineyard. All right. Branch out to Akim and let them know, if you talk to brothers, let them know these things and have this information. Branch out, make people know that these things are happening. Constantly in your videos and when you go on the highways and byways, constantly talk about prophecy. Okay, because we are to be in the spirit of prophecy. All right. Let me get that. Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. This is Revelations 19:10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not, I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai, worship Yahweh. For the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. All right, so we are to be in the spirit of prophecy, being servants of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. We are to be in the spirit of prophecy. All right, once again, prophecy, the mark of the beast being the microchip, being mandatory, famine, pestilence, earthquakes, martial law, World War III. These are all prophecies that you should be covering, okay? That you should be covering. Constantly remind people in your videos and, make videos on it. You see other apostles are constantly making videos about the mark of the beast, all right? And we are to be the same. The apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down are examples set up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai to lead us in the right direction. Okay? So now that we have established that it is our job to be watchmen, now what about what about people that don't listen? What about the people when we blow the horn, they don't listen to it? Is that your fault? No, it's not. It's not your fault because they chose not to listen. Okay? They chose not to listen. You blew your horn, the horn, you did your job. You warned the people. If they're like, well, it doesn't matter, or it's not a big deal, or they don't care about it. They cast it behind their back. They don't care at all. That's their problem then. The blood is off your hands because you blew the trumpet. You let them know that the enemy is coming, right? They can't hold anything against you and say, well, they didn't blow it. Because they'd be lying, because they heard the sound, but they didn't hearken to it. That's their problem, okay? You did your job. But if you don't blow the horn and they get attacked, they get pillaged and sieged, that's on you. All right. But if you're blowing that horn, you blow that horn, you see the enemy coming, they don't hearken, they're going to get killed. But the blood is off your hands. Okay. Because we understand that this is only for the elect. All right. And a lot of people need to start taking this seriously because, going back to the topic of the video, the famine of the word. All right. But let me start right here. This is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying. All right, so how does this happen? How is wisdom crying, or uttering her voice in the streets, in the chief place of concourse? Through the men of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. This is going into the prophets. Okay, the prophets have the secrets. The prophets are sharing these mysteries and these secrets, the scriptures, with the nation of Israel, on the highways and byways and on YouTube, and they're not hearkening. Okay, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is using men to exhort or to really exhort Akim, build each other up, to exalt the names Yahweh Yahweh Shai, and these aren't in order. I'm just naming some things. And to teach the sheep, to bring the elect into the truth and etc., man. And to condemn those that need to be condemned. All right? Because there's a lot of our nation that needs to be condemned and rebuked and, just cut up spiritually with the scriptures. All right? Because they're going off. All right? You need to warn them of what they're doing. So since I said the secrets are given to the prophets, let me get that. This is Amos 3 and 6. Or 7. Well, I'll read 6 too. All right, because it's all, it all kind of goes together. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city and Yahweh hath not done it? So Yahweh's orchestrating it. So Yahweh, obviously, he knows everything that's about to go down because he had prophets write these things, right? So Yahweh knows what's about to go down, and he set up men, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai set up men to teach the prophecies that they know are going to come to pass. The prophets are messengers. All right, they have the message. Verse 7. Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So the prophets have the message. They're the messengers. All right, they're meant to blow the horn and deliver you this message, and they're doing just that. So if you hearken or not, that's not their problem. All right, that's your problem. And you may think, well, who cares? Or it's not a big deal. It's not even real. Well, that's on you. When that day comes, don't look at us and say, well, you didn't tell me. We did. You didn't listen. All right? You did not listen. It went in one ear and out the other. And that's your problem. That's going to be your problem. All right? Because we're working out our own salvation. And you need to do the same. All right? So, now, back to this. Verse 22, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Once again, through the prophets, right? Because I have called, and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. You didn't hearken unto the sound of the trump, the sound of the horn. You did not hearken unto it, right? But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge, and did not choose the fear of Yahweh, they would none of my counsel, they despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Okay? What did it just say? They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me, right? That's talking about early in their affliction, early in the perils, when, Jacob's trouble pops off, when all hell breaks loose, or shit hits the fan, whatever you want to use. We usually say when all hell breaks loose. That's when they're going to want Yahweh Shema Shai, and they're going to want the truth, they're going to want the answers. But it's too late, all right? Those doors of mercy closed, all right? You need to hearken as soon as possible. You already heard the men on the highways and byways. You scoff, you scorn, you cast it behind your back. You didn't care. But now all of a sudden you want to be serious. Now all of a sudden shit ain't a joke no more. Now all of a sudden you want to be serious. No, it doesn't work like that. You got to be serious right when that opportunity is in front of you, man. All right? You got to be serious right away. You can't cast it behind your back and then all of a sudden come up and say, "Well, now I want to be serious. I want to learn." No, it doesn't work like that. You got to learn when you first get that opportunity, all right? You don't slack, all right? You got to turn on the Yahweh Shema Shai when you got the chance. So now it's said right here, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. And you got a precept regarding that. Hosea chapter 5, verse 15, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. All right, so people, when all hell breaks loose, that's when they want to get serious. All of a sudden, it ain't mirth and joy and folly no more. Now they want to be serious. It's not going to work like that. All right, it's going to be too late. Okay, because the famine of the word. Which proves even more that it's all about the elect. Because the elect are going to do what? They're going to get serious. All right, it's you 2/3 that are going to constantly just, cast it off and not care until the last, until like the very last minute. Not like the last minute available, but I'm saying you're like hell's about to, hell's gonna break loose. Like let's say the chip is mandatory. Now all of a sudden you're like, oh well, they were talking about this. Now I wanna go learn the rest because they're right. Nah, man. All right. Everybody wants to see things to believe it. Well, these things are happening and you still don't believe it. You still don't see it. All right, because Yahweh Shema Shai ain't with you, man. It's all about the elect. So now that I brought that out, let me bring this out. This is Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 10. Thus saith Yahweh unto his people, unto this people, which is the Israelites. Thus have they loved to wander, they have not refrained their feet. Therefore Yahweh doth not accept them. He will now remember their iniquity and visit their sins. Then said Yahweh unto me, pray not for this people for their good. When they fast, I will not hear their cry, and when they offer burnt offering and an oblation, I will not accept them, but I will consume them by the sword, and by the famine, and by the pestilence. Then said I, Lord Yahweh, behold, the prophets say unto them, ye shall not see the sword, neither shall ye have famine, but I will give you assured peace in this place. Then Yahweh said unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name. So that's the same thing now. There's prophets that prophesy lies. And notice how it says lies in my name. A lot of people don't even have the name, but yet there's people listening to them, man. That's majorly off. There's a lot of prophets that have the names and they teach false doctrine, whether they sold out or they're just blind. All right. Starting with the apostles and elders, great millstone on down, those are the true men of Yahweh Shema Shai. People with that doctrine, the doctrine that Yahweh Shema Shai gave to those men. Right? That is the true doctrine. And that has been proven time and time again through prophecies. If you're watching, okay, if you really understand the scriptures, you see that everything they say is true and that they're backing it up. Okay? They're not speaking out of their own emotion or hearts. They're speaking straight out of the scriptures, and you people can't handle it. You can't swallow the roll. All right? You can't handle the sour. You just want the bitter. You can't handle the sour, the truth. All right? And when you come into this truth, you got to handle both. All right? Sweet and sour. Not just one. Okay? Then said Yahweh unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name. I sent them not. Neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them. They prophesy unto you a false vision and divination, and a thing of naught in the deceit of their heart. Therefore thus said Yahweh concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I sent them not. Yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed. And the people to whom they prophesy shall be cast out in the streets of Jerusalem, because of the famine and the sword, and they shall have none to bury them, their wives, nor their sons, nor their daughters, for I will pour their wickedness upon them. All right, period, man. That's straightforward. All right. Now let's get... Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways. Well, actually, Salakia. Let me get Amos 8 and 11 real quick before I get this. I'm going to close out with that. Amos 8, 11 to 12. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, Salakia, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. And there will be a famine of bread and a famine of water. Okay? But the most devastating, crucial, and straight up, I don't even know how to word it. It like the worst famine of them all is the famine of the word. Okay, because eating pizza or drinking, Gatorade, drinking a gallon of water a day, or eating salad, none of that is going to get you salvation. This word is. So being stripped of the option to get this word, that's way more devastating. That does way more damage than the other ones. All right. And they shall wander from sea to sea, from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it. All right. And when are they going to try to seek it? When all hell breaks loose. Okay. When the perils, the perils are already here, but when they really like kick off, so to speak, that's when people are going to want to turn to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, and it's going to be too late. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 24. Like Yahweh said, though, he'll have mercy on who he wants to have mercy, basically. Let me get that quick. Romans 9 and 15. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. All right, let me get this also real quick. This is Isaiah, I think it's 55, if I'm not mistaken. 55 and 6. Seek ye Yahweh while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto Yahweh, for he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. All right, so you're supposed to seek Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, while they may be found. All right, you're supposed to seek them, which implies what? That they're not going to be found pretty soon, which is what? The famine of the word. Okay, it all goes hand in hand. So now back to this. This is Isaiah. Well, I actually didn't want that, but this is heavy too, I guess. It's Isaiah 24 and 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. And that's the spirit, man. Thawadi Yahweh Yahweh Shai. I didn't even mean to bookmark that. I meant to get 24 and 11. All right, but this is the same thing now. Okay, because a lot of people are going to get destroyed in that nuclear fire. All right, that lake of fire. All right, and there's only going to be a few saved, which is the elect. So here we go. This is Isaiah 24 and 11. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And when the joy is darkened and the mirth of the land is gone, that's when people are going to want to seek Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, and his prophets to hear the word. And it's going to be too late. All right, so I'm going to close out with this. These last couple scripts here that I got highlighted. This is 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways. And they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. All right. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty. Liberty to do what? To do a 180, to completely flip their life around, to come into righteousness, to go down that straight gate. Okay? And when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. That's talking about the arrogant and ignorant Israelites that don't want to hearken to Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. All right? They don't want to hearken to Yahweh Yahweh Shai. And they're going to have to be judged for that. Okay, so Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. Lord willing, this condemn those that need to be condemned. And more importantly, edify those that need to be edified. All right, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waharakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone to roll well. Peace and blessing salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. All right, Kahalayim, La Alashadya Yahweh, Bahasham, Hamashak Yahweh Shai, Waharakak Wadash, Barakatham, to the sincere Akim, Wakwathyam. Shalom.